Come on, work.
The Talking Leeds podcast, match reaction with Aaron Marshall and Gerry McNamee.
Hello and welcome to Talking Leeds, another match reaction show with myself, Arron Marshall, and Mr. Gerry McNamee, and we are reflecting on Leeds United 1, Aston Villa 2. Another defeat for Leeds in the Premier League, Gerry. It was eerie, it was gloomy, it was raining, it was awful yesterday. The first half felt all right.
Yeah, in the middle of a working day, we're doing this. This is great.
I know.
Don't tell the boss. As a game and games this season, it was okay. If that was a standalone game, you'd say, yeah, fair enough. But it's like a relationship, you know, Daniel. I want other things, and you're just stuck in a rut. You know, you're sitting there in your curlers and you've got your face pack on, and there's no oomph in it. You know, you rescued me when I was going through lots of one-night stands with Sam and Javi and all these guys, and you came in when it was chaos and it was hard for you and I was chaotic. But we just run a course, and I want to be a friend. You know, let's break up amicably. But no, there's no change. You know, I said to someone yesterday that when I saw the team, I said, well, that's a resignation letter if I ever seen one. One change, which was Pascal in for 15-18 million pound centre half, who seems to be persona non grata now. We started really well, good first half, got the goal, a weird goal, you know. I wasn't sure I thought the keeper usually it was foul, but I've just watched it back and it was an offside, weirdly. But got the goal, and we were the better team. But you could see just towards the end of the first half, Villa were getting into it. What did Villa do? Make two changes straight away. The same goal that's been happening every week. Get in behind Gabby. And the thing is, when you're doing these sort of things, you have to be able to sort of change your opinion. We've been raving about Gabby all season. I mean, he some good runs, yes, but defensively it's the same goal. So he's gone off the ball. And then they get round him. Okafor's half-hearted. Ball goes in. Lovely flick for Morgan Rogers. And 1-1, and you think, yeah, the tide's turning. And that free kick, I mean, Perry, what do you do when you're goalkeeper? You make yourself as small as possible behind the wall. I mean, it was just a disaster. I mean, Joe Rodon probably should have jumped higher, but you're in a wall, that's different. But he sort of crouched, and it looks, I think, we could see it from where we were sitting, it's a big gaping hole. So I think you got to look at the whole picture. It's the manager, some of the players, the board, the recruitment. We said, okay, we thought recruitment's okay. We got Bijol on the bench, 15 million. Perry, who's an 18 million pound goalkeeper. I don't see he's any better than Darlow. Barnow. Whatever happened to Barnow? Has anybody seen Barnow? 6-7 million, whatever we paid for him. And you know, we got two forwards. Nemecha, fair play, he's got 3 goals. Calvert-Lewin, he leads the line great, but he's got to start doing more. Yeah, and he, you know, his transfer is worth about 10 million. You know, free transfer. The RC, that's free transfer, but the money goes elsewhere. But you know, there's 20, 30 plus million, and we still didn't get a number 10 and a striker, and we were crying out for it. And you got to change tactics. It's the same team, the same tactics. Anybody looking at Leeds now will think, yeah, we're still in this game at halftime. We know what to do. He won't change it till 70 minutes. We got half an hour to make changes before Daniel Farke's ever, and it'll be the same. And then the 80th minute will be bang, everybody on, stick the strikers on, and as you say, at the end of that game yesterday, there wasn't booze. There was a bit of I didn't hear it, but apparently was someone in the cup were saying they were singing "Make a sub," and
they were. I was in the cup, and I thought when the fact, because it was turning, you know, the crowd was turning yesterday, and when you get "Make a sub," and I know there was a fan who stupidly
I saw him.
Area who demanded it. But he was I think he did that around. I think we saw that in the about 65th minute, but he still waited to the 70th minute. Did Mr. Farke, didn't he? He got in there. It was bang on 70 for him. But yeah, you just think, when that happens, the crowd are turning here, and it becomes very hostile. And there was clear frustrations amongst the fans, which I sit next to in the Kop. Really frustrated. The lack of subs, and you could see what was happening. They were being carved open by Villa, if I'm being honest. They really were. And they threw it away again. They threw it away, but I think it was due to the tactical kind of issues. And Umre, he knows what he's doing, doesn't he? Him. What a manager. It's a tactical masterclass again, which we're seeing going up against Daniel Farke.
Yeah. And you look at our subs. I mean, one of Willie or Dan James should have started. They were fully fit. Dan James has been playing for Wales, and he played full 90 minutes. Willie's had a good international break, and he's been getting fit. So it's stubbornness. What we can see for weeks that it's not working with Brendan. He does okay to start. We think, he's on it today. He's not a starter. He's not good enough. I'm afraid. I'm sure he's a lovely lad, and Daniel Farke said you worry about mental health and everything else you do, but he seems to be pulling out. It is a relationship. You've not done this. I mean, this thing about you're too emotional, and you were talking about when we beat West Ham, you were going to get into Europe. No, we weren't. No. And when he says we're too emotional, it's like saying, "Shut the feck up." I don't want to listen to you. And these fans, I think we're being very patient, but we said 10, 12 games in. After the international breaks, we're here now. Yeah, we mightn't win the next few games, but we got to do something fresh, and we got to see something different. And a bit of rotation. We got a bigger squad, and there's players sitting on the bench. I don't know if they're good enough, but we got to try it. And he did brilliantly for us when he came in. It was chaos when we got relegated. Lots of stuff to sort. Almost got up. And last season, 100 points, brilliant. And I was for one said he deserves his chance. Give him a backing, because Norwich never give him the backing. And he hasn't had the backing. Yes, he said he didn't get the players he wanted, but he got a fair few. But and at the start of the season, when we played Newcastle and everything, thought, getting stuck in. But gradually we've gone backwards. Yesterday there was a sign of it, but we couldn't.
That physicality was back yesterday. I quite like that first half. That physical, we're really getting stuck in. And McGinn. What a little shite he is, but
you'd love him in your team, though, wouldn't you?
Oh, I would be. Yeah, he was loving it, wasn't he, McGinn? And fair play to him. He rattled them, and he got away with it. But listen, I think it's like what Gavin says here. Recruitment has been shocking. Dominic Calvert-Lewin was a stupid gamble, which will prove as costly. It's boiling back down, isn't it? Carl says they're on both. This is getting tough at the moment. We can't see where the next point is coming from. It is a mixture of tactics and recruitment now, isn't it? Because the recruitment hasn't been good enough. We've been, as you said, we've been crying out for a 10 and a striker for years, let's be honest. Still hasn't happened. I do question some of the players in there, especially Perry. Darlow now needs to come back in. I've seen it from the other angle. I don't know if you've seen it online, Jerry, the angle from the south end, and you just think, I'm not being funny, but I could have done that. I'm crap.
I'm just, it's gone in. I'm on my knees. It's gone in over my head. I mean, Morgan Rogers must have said, just leave it to me. Just going to gap. There's no problem. Just going in this. Yeah.
And we could see it from where I was sat as well. It was clear.
Yeah, and it was just very frustrating. I don't know. The season's not. I mean, we're only a point. We're in the bottom three now, but we're only a point or two off. But it's worrying now. West Ham changed the manager, and it's starting to work a bit. Forest. I never really thought Forest were seriously going to be relegation trouble, but new manager. Look at the difference it's made to them. I'm not saying new managers do that, but it's just sometimes. Players just stop listening to the manager. It feels a bit like that at the moment.
Yeah.
But the board. I mean, we've got these guys who are Americans, loads of money. They know loads of nice. They know how to do it. Lads, I'm sure you watch all the podcasts. I hope they do, and realize that we're not impressed. We're not impressed with your decision making, your appointments. We thought you said 6 months. but 6 months ago, Christmas, we knew we were going to be more or less promoted. Should have been a plan in place. And it looked like, oh, we got promoted. Oh, we start now. And then the last day, shit, we got to find somebody else. And Sunderland, they were ruthless. When a deal fell through, they got one straight in. And we always seem to be, it's weeks and waiting. Oh, he's coming. He's not. He's always gone to Forest. Or he's not coming. Or we got this guy. And I was hopeful. And maybe these guys, I don't think Bijol's a bad player. I think Pascal played well yesterday.
He did,
played 3-5-2. Do something different. But I fear that nothing's going to change. And I think today I'm going to be listening to Sky Sports or watching. And I want to see that yellow banner really and say thanks, Daniel. And and who do we want coming in? We were talking off there. Cesc Fabregas is one that gets mentioned. He's doing well regarded, doing well in Italy. I'd break the bank for our role really with a Bournemouth. You've got to come to a big club. He's not managed a team that's ground is in a park and has capacity of about 2,000 or something, But you see the job these guys do and the way they change things and the energy on the side and blah, So I want some of that.
Yeah, I'm just looking at some of LUFC data on X. O'Leary 1.79 points per game, Wilkinson 1.44, Bielsa 1.28, Marsh 1.3. Farke has now dropped into 0.92, so he's dropped. And Gracia was 1 point per game. So that was bad.
He started okay.
So it's Daniel Farke is now the lowest Premier League points per game ratio of any Leeds manager to take charge of 5+ Premier League matches. So it's the stats are against him, and that will probably go up and down. Sorry, that number will go down when you look at what's coming up in the next 3 with City, Chelsea, and Liverpool. But man, Liverpool, they're in self-destruct mode, aren't they, at the moment?
Well, the big Sam in the Liverpool tracksuit memes are out there now already. I don't want Arsenal to win the title for obvious reasons. Declan and even Arteta, they look pretty good. I mean, they look decent. I didn't realise Ezra is 27. I thought he was only a young lad. He's 27. What a player.
Raleigh, St. Clair says throw a load of show cash and get a new top manager in. That's what they said. There is about 30 million quid to spend in January. I think we'll have to make some movements with some players going out.
But there's got to be. I mean, the initial things coming out of Leeds was we had no money and we wouldn't do anything in January. There's got to be a major January shift. But I'm fed up of bad transfer windows from Leeds. Really, we don't do anything in Januaries and we're scrabbling around in August. We need to be better. But you think, would it take a lot, new manager and add a few players, go on a run?
It's new ideas, isn't it? Because you look at what Farke was doing yesterday. The subs again, it's so predictable, and the style of plays is too predictable. When you look at these good Premier teams, they change it and they adapt, and the stubbornness is going to be his downfall with Farke. It ultimately is, isn't it? Because he just sticks to his principles and just doesn't bloody change it when he needs to.
And you can tell he's not happy with the fan. He thinks we shouldn't be saying stuff, but we are. I mean, I say that guy, seen him come and walk. He made more ground than some of our midfielders did coming up that line, to be honest, yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
What an idiot. That's a ban, maybe a lifetime ban for the sake of, just idiots. But how did he get so far? I don't know. But he was right across the other dugout. Maybe somebody tell his mates in the pub, but he won't be coming down the road anytime soon.
No, he should be doing it. But that just sums up the frustration from fans, and it's excuse and excuse after excuse. But Tanaka again. I know he subbed him, didn't he? Because he was on the risk of
I can see that because I saw the tackle and the ref.
But in the moment, everybody around us, what?
And we wouldn't have been surprised if it was tactical. It wouldn't have been. No, that was the thing. But if he was on the verge, he was. But he came on. He made a difference. He was really buzzing around, and he was our best player for a spell. I mean, Stack, that was a nasty the way he fell on his head. So he's out. I think he had 7 days plus whatever. I was going to say percussion. That's drums, isn't it? Concussion. So Tanaka he's got to come in and start. But yeah, we lacked that creativity. Although Bundia never got a look in yesterday, did he?
No, he didn't.
He was well marshalled in the game. I thought, as I say, if this was in isolation and we'd had a couple of wins in the last few weeks, wasn't great, but we did all right. But it's just culmination, and the Burnley game and the last 2 away games and the second half of West Ham game where we sat back. It's the signs are there, and we cannot wait till February. We have to go now.
Yeah, he's even said as well that he's come out and said, I don't know if you've read this, Jerry. He said that we only need 6 more wins. We only need 6 more.
That gets us to 29 points. So we need 9 draws. Yeah, it's easy when you say it. Yeah, I only need another £1 million to buy something really nice. Yeah.
6 wins is not going to be enough. And he says, we've got to play all these people at home or around us. I'm like, yeah, but that's not going to get you safety, pal.
The trouble is, the start of the season, these first 11, 12 games were the ones we needed to gather the points, because we knew this spell was coming. And you're in the Premier League. We're vulnerable. And anybody, as I say, looking at the Leeds team will just say, soak it up a bit, and then just get around the left back, pass it around them, and
you're in.
They won't be organised to cover it and have a few shots at the keeper, because he looks like he's not really with us.
Yeah, Michael says it's as good as it gets with Leeds. Yes, I'm afraid it's not good enough for the Premier League. Huge questions around the whole structure of our beloved Leeds. Yeah, there is from top to bottom.
I argue with that.
No.
We're not a shouty, ranty podcast. We're sensible. No. We credit where credit's due. And if we'd won 2-0 yesterday and Brendan Harrison scored, I thought, well, fair play, lads. I'm eating humble pie, but I don't think we are. And we want what's best for Leeds. And if someone said to me, Daniel Farke will win 2 of the next 4 or 5, I'd say, great. And if you could foresight and then he's going to get us to safety, I'd love it, because he's done it. He seems an okay guy, but
I really respect him. I really do. But I do think, for me now, watching it yesterday and seeing the last couple of away games, I just feel he's taken us as far as he can go. And I just think a little bit of a change in tactical tweaks and things and setting us up differently, is what we need. We can't bank on getting results at home, because for the first half, I thought, do you know what? We were okay. But that second half, it was just a complete collapse across the pitch. We didn't mention the chalked off goal either, Jerry, yesterday.
Yes.
The Calvert-Lewin handball.
Well, I think it just came at him so quick. He didn't. Yeah, I've just literally watched it back for the first time. It was a handball, but if it's a quick second, it could have done that, but it's just one of those
But what
things.
a difference, though, James. I think when he came on, he made such an impact, and you just think he had a fantastic game in midweek, didn't he, against Wales, and helped them get their playoff, secure their playoff place in the World Cup. Nonto, and I came off quite lively, and that physicality on that wings and that pace was something which I think we've missed. For the majority, I don't know, James has been injured and we can't really bank on him, but such a difference when they came on. And I would quite like to see Calvert-Lewin, James and Nonto and just change it. But
Or how about this? How about we sign Troy Parrott?
Yes. Now I would happily sign him. AZ Alkmaar, I think, is that?
Yeah, he scored 2 again yesterday. I'll tell you what, last Sunday in Budapest was one of the greatest days of my life. No, the kids are always the best days, but Anyway.
Yeah.
But and seeing Ronaldo cry 2 days earlier when he went like this to the fans, and we give it back to him. So I said to you, we're not going to the World Cup. I told me the other half, we ain't going to the World Cup. And all of a sudden, we
could be now.
I booked 4 hotels prior to the draw, and I forgot one of them. I forgot to put it on cancellation. So if anybody needs 2 nights in Bratislava, I've got a room booked. Yeah, but we're not going there. We're going to Prague. So
Prague.
So I had a great weekend last week. That was great. This was a bit of a come down to earth. But so we'll have to see what happens today. Keep your eye on the ticker tape on Sky Sports and breaking news, and then it's the scramble. I hope if they are good owners and they are good businessmen, they would have a list drawn up now. They would have a list in the summer of people that would come in, and they should be talking. Please, not Brendan Rodgers, by the way, if they are listening. I don't want Brendan.
Really? Why? Oh, okay.
Baby. The last few month or two at Celtic, again the recruitment was rubbish there, but some of the football was really bad, and he's a bit of a David Brent character. There's a guy tells a story about him and a Gucci belt. Find it on that Under the Cosh. It's hilarious. So some guy goes in that, why am I not in the team? And he just sits there and he goes, see that belt? Gucci. And the guy goes, yeah, and what? Yeah, that's Brendan. But no, I think Leicester fans would say the same. As to quote Roy Keane, baby. He's a big baby. But he'll be linked. He'll be linked. As all, we'll be linked. But who's a couple of months ago, Nuno or Dyche, you would have said, but gone. So is there anybody in Britain that you would look at?
Well, I don't think you'd look in the Championship, but I think somebody put on ex-Frank Lampard. I thought, well, I'd rather be relegated.
Excuse me, sorry.
I'd rather be relegated than have Frank Lampard in charge of Leeds.
I'm handing back my season ticket if that's. I could say another really bad word, which I won't. But never ever would that scumbag ever walk into Elland Road. No,
so you can't dip into the Championship. Wolves have done that, haven't they, with Rob Edwards, and they're clearly preparing for life in the Championship. So you can't really dip into that market because there's nobody there. And why would anybody, like Robbins from Stoke, come up and try and keep us in there?
Turner there is mad. I mean, Will Still was the man a while back, and that's it. Football managers, it's a very short. You can be brilliant, but a bad run at one club and your stock goes down. No, I don't see anybody in the Championship that you would grab. No. Don't go down the ex-Leeds role, ex-Leeds players. I don't see anybody. So it's going to be. There's a guy. Again, I sound knowledgeable, but I'm just picking up what somebody said. I think his name's Fisher. I might have heard this on BBC Leeds. I can't remember. Fisher, who took Union Berlin from nowhere to the Champions League, and he's mentioned there's Marcus Rose, who's a Red Bull student. We don't want any more of those. Don't want Red Bull. It's bad enough having them on the shirts. I don't know. There's this old guy who manages an international team in South America, Bielsa. Take him back any day.
And he's not happy, is he? In over there in South America?
No, he did a press conference, and everybody thought he's probably going to. Everyone says he's going to resign, and I did say to somebody, no, he's probably going to do a 2-hour presentation on why Frank Lampard doesn't know anything, and he's been watching him.
Yeah, it's interesting though, because I know that I don't quote this, but the book is, I've been watching the odds over the last couple of days, and the odds are shortening on Daniel Farke. He was evens, now he's 8-11 on to go. They have the insiders, don't they, the bookies, but Arne Slot's down there, which I'd take him. We were linked with him, weren't we, years ago?
It was him and Irola at the time. Again, you would last year, and all of a sudden he's looking. I mean, it's funny watching the Scousers implode. All those Cockneys. They're all going mental.
Yeah, but I do think it needs to change, doesn't it, Gerry? Ultimately, because we can't.
As I said to you yesterday, and this is true. When the team got announced yesterday, Farke's odds for getting sacked shortened. So, but yeah, everybody you speak to, everybody around, it's the same opinion. Some say, "Oh, we can't. Who are we going to get in that?" But I think a lot of people know that it's time, and there's not mass protests, but there will be soon. Leeds
ultimately, no, Gerry, the board. Somebody's got to come out now and speak, haven't they? Now they're back him or sack him. It's one or the other now, isn't it? You can't keep going on like this.
And if they back him, they will sack him. Then that's usually the vote of confidence until tomorrow. It's going to be. I'll be watching that. I mean, it's bad enough. Sky Sports in a weekday morning's bad. They've got lots of fans on talking to nondescript footballers, and it's painful watching them talk about nothing in particular and filling time. But anyway, I thought we'd be up early this morning watching the cricket, but that didn't even go well.
No, Leeds collapsed to that second half like the England batsman. I've been watching that. And that was embarrassing.
TNT coverage is disgraceful. I don't even think they're there. Literally, I think they're doing it from a studio, so it is awful. And that's TNT. Our sports coverage is pretty bad.
Yeah,
Sky are bad as well. You know, that was some of the stuff
yeah,
they do. But yeah, TNT, shame on them, because I mean,
yeah,
I'm a cricket fan and I love the Ashes, and
yeah. But that was bad. It's Ash's chat. It was bad. That collapse in that second. In fact, do you know what? I think 50 for 1 at lunch, and obviously I was up with Olive because I said to my other half this, I went, "I'll happily get up in the middle of the night and do the night feeds now." And she was banking on like 5 days of through the night sleep. I went, no, it's back to normal now. It's all over in 2 days. So
it was 99 ahead with 9 wickets standing at lunch, and you lose by 8 wickets by tea time. That's pretty spectacular.
Yeah.
Carl says he just won the league in his 3rd season, and but you've got work to do around the house, Carl. You know. He's working on his kitchen. Yeah, I hope he's got his kitchen sorted. Yeah. I'm managing Wrexham at the moment, and I've had a row with a lot of the players. And the board won't give me money. How can Wrexham's board not give you money, even in Championship? Man, no, I can't. I need players in. I've got Matteo Joseph on loan.
Well, do you not know much? I tell you what, Joe Gelhardt again. He's scoring goals for fun up at Hull. You know, it's just. Well, young players don't. He doesn't seem to want to take young players forward, does he? And Joffrey, I mean, Pat Bamford mentioned him when he was about him. Trains like hell, never has got a look in. But we're talking about Papa. Did you see that sickly love in between him and Wilder? Had cuddling and the celebrations for beating a team that's an administration, and you're going to be 17th in the championship. We love each other, Pat. I'm sorry I said that to you. Yeah. Did you see Liam Cooper though? His first tackle on Bamford, he just went straight into the back of him. I'll have you, pal. But yeah, do you know? I wish them both the best. You know, Bamford.
Yeah, it's great. No, I think it's great to see Liam Cooper. Maybe Liam Cooper will be manager. You never know. Something like that.
Yeah, so you know, we will see. Well, hopefully things will change.
Johnny Howson in the dugout for the next game, caretaker manager, or Scott Gardner. Can you imagine?
Stuart Dallas.
Hey,
get the old boys in.
Well, that's what happens with interim managers, isn't it? Yeah. There's a student, the sub teacher, as you would know, sub teacher will come in. Hopefully, open your books on number 27 and bloody attack and stop. Brendan, you stay back. Yeah, you stay back. You need extra lessons. You're not.
You go on the bench and watch how they're playing.
Yeah.
Simple, but you know, the next 3: City, Chelsea, Liverpool. If they do make a change, whoever comes in, get a caretaker, because those 3 are written off for me. Anything against them is a complete bonus. But allow somebody to come and evaluate the squad, and then give them a chest of money in January, and hope they can put, because they have to gamble, don't they, Gerry? Ultimately, now it's at that stage.
Yeah, and I want to start a petition. I want to see Barna see that he exists. I want to see him on the pitch, just to see him, just to know that we spent money on. It's like something you bought and put in a bag and forgot about, isn't it? You know, do you ever do when you're out shopping and buy some clothes and forgot I had that? Forgot I had those brown trousers. Oh my God, try them on. Oh, they're quite nice. Yeah, I don't know anything about the guy. Is he good? He's a centre half in that. I mean, but
This is the questions that we're asking, though, because this is why it has to change. Things have to change because it's not working, and you know, all these questions will keep on coming up. And I do think though, because cricket related, the next game, City, I know they got beat by Newcastle, but every time they do get beat in the league, City, they go and hammer somebody. And Dr. Leeds are in town for them, which is a perfect opportunity for them to
and Liverpool as well coming up. They'll see that, and they'll go Chelsea. But you look at a lot of these teams on the day. Chelsea can be a bit brittle sometimes, and you can get at them. I'm not saying we'll beat them, but you know, Chelsea and teams that you can. I look at all the teams we played so far, and there's games we were in and we could have won. You know, a bit of luck, but you know, just some different tactics maybe. But Daniel, I'm sorry it's not you, and I think it's by.
It's time.
Thank 2.5 years. Good spell. You'll get a job. You'll get a job in the Championship, and you'll do a good job. And I'll miss your musings in German and the lads. And And the way you pronounce some words. His German's better, is English better than my German. I can't be slagging him. But,
yeah.
And my other half will be sad because she always wanted to do his hair, said she could do a job on that. She thought,
Well, there you go. Well, we will see. We will keep posted as well with if Farke does go, we might jump on.
I'm just saying the bet in Carl is now 7-1 to be the new manager because he's finished his kitchen. Yeah.
There you go.
He looks like Arnie Slot. He looks like Arnie Slot.
Get your CV in. That's what you need to do, because if you get it in now, and I'm sure there will be managers, banging at the door to try and get that job. But I just hope that the 49ers, if they do it, they've got a plan and they do it quickly, because you saw what they did up at Rangers, and it took them what seemed weeks and weeks and weeks to sort that out. And you just think hopefully they've learned a lesson from that.
They need to show us that they're serious business, ruthless people, and they've spent millions and tens of millions getting us here and staying here. Surely they, as businessmen, want to protect their investment.
And
this is crisis.
It is, and you talk about the investment in the ground. You talk about wanting to, be a sustainable Premier League club. You've got to do it now. It has to be now. You can't.
Yeah. It'd be interesting to see if we do go down. What happens with the rebuild? It'd be interesting to see what happens to that. Yeah. We don't want to go back to those days. We don't. No. The Championship looks mad.
It's awful.
Don't want to be involved in that. Don't want to be playing Blackburn on Saturday lunchtime. We don't want to go back to that. We're better than that. We really are.
Yeah. We will see. Right then, Gerry, are you off to City? I can't even speak to City next week. Off to the Etihad?
Yes. I'm afraid, but I'm going. Yeah, the last time we were there was 7-0 on the 76th minute. It was. I think I'll just go back to Budapest. It was nice there, nice and warm and cozy and cuddly, and that's it. But
that's what you want.
Ireland could win the World Cup now.
Hey, could do. And you needed 4 wins. You needed 4 wins out of 2, and you got the 4 wins out of 2.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at some of the teams that have qualified. Kuwait,
Uzbekistan, Georgia.
Uzbekistan, the islands. What are
did you see the Steve McLaren resignation?
Yeah, Jamaica. I wanted them to resign in a Jamaican accent. all those teams I just mentioned are England's group, as you know. That would be the group that gets. There was a Scottish guy made the draw, and I think England got Shetland Islands and Gemma Collins in their group.
But the thing is that if you do get to the World Cup, Gerry, finishing 3rd in the group, you're pretty much through. So that's all you need.
Sweden got 2 draws and were rubbish, and qualified because of the Nations League. But hey, no, we're happy with a wee trip to Prague. There's only 1,000 tickets for probably 50,000 fans. So I'm hoping, booked it, I'm going, and I've even booked the return game. If we win, we'll be playing Denmark or Alioski's North Macedonia. So, but that's in March, and by that time, who knows what Leeds will be doing, where we'll be at.
We could be we'll have to rename this channel Talking Ireland.
Let's talk about other stuff. It's much better. And we're not watching I'm a Celebrity because I'm not watching that rubbish.
You're not watching it?
I don't know any of them. I don't know. Who are they? Who are these people?
I don't Lisa Riley.
Lisa Riley. I know Lisa Riley. And your man from Spandau Ballet. I know him. And,
Jack Osborne.
Who's Angry Ginge? Who's that?
Never heard of him.
Gordon Strachan. No.
And I've never heard of the H guy. I've never heard of him.
No, I just saw the list of that.
Oh, the guy who sounds like a woman. And the woman who does, Irish woman. I don't know what she does, but Daisy is telling me that she's married to some.
She's an influencer.
No, she does the fairy adverts. That's when I noticed it. Clicked the other day. I went,
that really is scraping the barrel. Fairy.
Yeah. The fairy tablets, the washing tablet things.
There must have been the bottom of celebrities now. My other half was watching Celebrity MasterChef, and who's this? She said an influencer, a Paralympian, and a drag queen. I thought, okay, that's which remarkably sounded like our midfield at times yesterday.
And they'd have probably done a better job.
No, we weren't the worst yet. It wasn't the worst game, and spells we could have nicked a draw, and we were winning, and we just again fell short. And we need that extra oomph. We need a new manager. We've been skirting around it for weeks, but it's time to go, Daniel. And thank you for all your efforts. And 49ers, come on. This is the time you got. If you want to invest or protect your investment, now's the time. And
Red Bull,
do something.
Red
do something
Bull.
magic. Do something magic, because I don't want to be getting the big Sam in a Leeds tracksuit
again.
Stuff. I don't want to be getting that again, because that actually happened. If we
did,
and what was Big Sam's first game as manager was at Man City, wasn't it?
City, yeah.
It was 2-1. That was the last time we lost 2-1 that day.
Yeah.
Funny, Melia walked in front of me yesterday. He was in the stand, and I was just thinking, oh, somebody's just got in past him on the left as he was walking down the stairs. I wanted to say that to him, but I didn't.
No. You've got to think of his mental health, as Daniel would say.
He's all right. He's got a big contract coming up in January.
Yeah,
good luck to him. Good luck to Iran as well. Good luck to him.
Yeah. Okay, brilliant. We'll leave that there. Gerry, enjoy the Etihad, and we will be back.
The Etihad,
The Etihad, yes.
The Etihad is a place of no atmosphere.
The only saving grace, Gerry, for I'll leave on a positive one. They're playing in midweek in Europe, aren't they, at Man City? But that clearly doesn't matter to them. Because
Forest did as well.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It does not matter.
No, because they'll just put out a different team. I'm just looking at Doku and thinking, oh, geez. I always say 2-0, but really just a decent performance and not getting battered was probably, I think most Leeds fans would say. It's sad we do that. We want to win, of course, but I think we do. And I think that's I know they lost to Newcastle, but Foden's back on form. They got Doku. Haaland is just he's a freak. Leeds Haaland. City are
at home on Tuesday against Bayer. Who are they playing? Let me have a look. I'm just on a quick one now. Bayer Leverkusen.
Yeah, because a lot of you can afford to lose 4 games in this European setup and win 4, and you still go through it. But they're in that top 8. City, they will be absolutely fine. Yeah, they'll make it. It's a different league we're talking about when you see them.
Different.
I was going to say Liverpool, but they're relegation rivals now. As I said to a Liverpool fan yesterday, wasn't appreciated. But Forest totally deserved that win the other day. Totally,
they did. I watched it, and they were absolutely shocking, weren't they?
And a 2-0 up. What does Dyche do? He brought on that guy Hutchinson. You think, an attacking player, and it was a great move, and you think, I didn't expect that. And
also as well, I've got to mention the results around us for Leeds. It all went against us, didn't it, on Saturday, and which was due to happen anyway. It was always going to happen.
We can't be dependent on other people. If we'd won yesterday, we were up to 15th, 16th. West Ham were battered. Bournemouth did everything but score the winning goal. But Callum Wilson scored 2 great goals as well. We were linked with him, weren't we? But and we mentioned the Metcher did okay yesterday. Up front, him and Calvert-Lewin's done well, but they're not going to get us 20 goals a season, and you need that. And they're goal dust, and you have to spend, or you have to spend on the creative players to create goals for those two. But the fair play in the Metcher, he's our is he joint top scorer? Or is he head? He's 3. Three goals.
What's been 3 goals? Do you think he'll get? I don't think he'll get into figures though. Anyway, that was ones for next week. Thanks for everybody who's listened. Don't forget to give us a like and a subscribe on YouTube, or if you're listening on the pod, do all the 5-star stuff. We like all that. Right, Gerry, enjoy the Etihad, and we will see you next week.
I better go and do some work now.
Me too. See you later.
See you all day.